Tell us about politics then. So you made that decision early on, you contested in 2005. Talk us through election night.
Well, interesting. So 2005, I was running for the mining and pastoral region, and I did a lot of work with the Kalgoorlie candidate at the time, running against Matt Burney, and Tom Stevens was running for the seat of the Pilbara. So I knew that if Tom Stevens could win back the seat from, I remember Larry Graham was retiring and he's an independent, I knew that I would probably pick up that third mining and pastoral spot, which wasn't in the hands of the Labor Party then, but I knew I had a fair crack at actually winning that spot, which I did. It's hard when you're running for the upper house. It's not like you know that result that night, so I think it took about 3 or 4 days afterwards to really know that I won, and then it started sinking in. But it really didn't sink in to the first day that I stood up and gave my maiden speech. That's when it first sunk in.
That you weren't. And I mean, you talked about your dad's influence, and you liked the way he engaged, but he engaged, of course, with a community in which he lived.
Yep.
Your community, mining and pastoral, was just so different. I mean, how was that transition from working in Perth, living in Perth, to all of a sudden campaigning in a region that is so big?
So, having grown up with the old-fashioned Labor Party and old-fashioned way you'd campaign, was very much the way you would campaign in a mining and pastoral region. You're door knocking, you're meeting people on the street, going to the pub and having a beer and having those conversations. It's always localised. And I think that was the old way of campaigning in Perth, but is still the way that you campaign in the mining and pastoral region. So it took a while. I remember going around with Tom Stevens and John Bowler, who were members at the time, who taught me how to campaign, taught me how to interact with people, and that really broke the ice of how I do my business as a Member of Parliament today.